For well over 3 decades now, I've used Manfrotto gear in and out of the studio, light stands of various sizes, tripods, tripod heads, all top quality and reliable stuff. So I was surprised when I was approached to try out a new addition to Manfrotto's catalog, a CFexpress card and card reader. Well, you learn something new every day, and here we have it. Love it. This is such a nice spot. I think if we come here a little later, next month, we're going to have salmon coming up here, and there'll be a lot more birds. They're just little guys, and I probably need a longer lens on here today, but anyway,
maybe
it's just nice to get out.
A bear or two.
Yeah, well, you see the sign back there? There could be, but yeah, definitely give it another month. We'll have bear and eagles and all kinds of stuff up here. Hi, Ray here with another CFexpress card option. Manfrotto offers just two different capacities in this card, 128 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes, and they're both speed rated at 730 megabytes a second read and 1540 megabytes a second write. That's not the fastest rating on the market and not the slowest either, but it's sustained write speeds we're mostly interested in for high burst rate photography and 4K and 8K video capture. And that spec still isn't listed by all manufacturers. Anyway, I received the card, 128 gigabyte version and reader, several weeks ago, and I've been using them in my regular workflow, shooting everything from landscape to fast action sports with no issues to report. Practically speaking, even when shooting uncompressed RAW with the Nikon Z6 at 20 frames per second, I'm getting the same performance as cards rated higher as far as read-write speeds. That is, I get as many images recorded to the card before the buffer clogs, around 70 images, and the buffer clears pretty quickly. Again, in practical terms, these cards work fine for my use case. The thing I noticed immediately on receiving these products was how closely they resemble items already in my bag, made by, or at least branded, Delkin. Both the card and card reader look identical. Presumably they're from the same manufacturer. I have a 512 gigabyte black version from Delkin, but they have the power version with the same specs, 730 megabytes a second read, 1540 megabytes a second write, up to 1 terabyte capacity. The 128 gigabyte version sells for $159 US, discounted right now from $219. The Manfrotto card retails this time for $140 US, discounted regularly $187. The USB 3.2 CFexpress Type B memory card reader, again, aside from the different trim color, red versus green, the units are identical, and they're presently listed at the Manfrotto site for $41.24 US, discounted from the old price of $54.99. The Delkin version is available for $56 US. My experience with the card reader has been positive, downloading large numbers of RAW files or video up to 8K, ProRes, etc. Fast enough to satisfy this impatient photographer. No overheating issues to report, it just works. I hope that Manfrotto offers these cards in larger sizes in the future, at similar competitive prices. 250 gigabytes is fine for stills, but my fellow video shooters are buying 512 gigabyte to 2 terabytes these days. The build quality is excellent. Unlike other cards on the market, the thin edges of these cards are metal, not plastic. We've seen some nasty results from the plastic-sided cards, if that's what you want to call them. I know at least one manufacturer had problems with brittle edges coming apart. I shouldn't think that would be a problem with these. They've been in and out of my camera dozens of times, and if we're to assume they're of the same provenance as the Delkin card, well, we're talking in the hundreds. CFexpress has been around for a while now. Nikon updated the Z6 and 7 with firmware 3.0 to accommodate CFexpress back in 2020, I think it was. But I didn't make the jump since I was happy with XQD, and CFexpress seemed expensive for the small speed advantage until recently when I bought the Nikon Z6. It's clear now that CFexpress will be the new professional card type, and prices appear to be coming down. Not to mention the capacity options, up to 4 terabytes now, I think. I've tried a few brands in the last 5 months, even DIY as demonstrated in my last video. And as I say, these Manfrotto brand cards serve my purposes. The price is right, and I'd have no problem adding more to my bag. So there's another CFexpress option for you. I'll put a link in to the products in the description. This isn't a sponsored video. I just got the card and reader to review. As always, my opinions are my own. So if you found this video useful, please give it the old thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, we'd love to see you again. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss a thing. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Cheers, and we'll see you later. What do you think, dear? Isn't it lovely?
Yep.